Vinny Irwin here. I've just captured a spotted lynx on the chaparral biome. She's wild though, don't want her to attack me. Anyways, we are in a chaparral today. I'm going to show you a little bit about this biome. As you can see, well, if you can see, it's quite dark out. There isn't quite much vegetation because it's so hot and dry here. The soil quality is very poor, so it's mostly made up of sand, not just fertile dirt. And as you can also see, there's been a human impact on the chaparral because it has been used for residential. The spotted lynx is on the vent. Anyways, the house is ruining the lynx's habitat, and as you can see, it has adapted to the housing. Anyways, it's Bindi here, and let's review the facts.
A chaparral is a biome characterized as being hot and dry. It occurs on most continents in a small section on the west coast. The largest chaparral is the Mediterranean chaparral. A chaparral is basically a desert, but with vegetation. It only rains on average between 10 to 17 inches per year, and most precipitation occurs during winter. Because there is little rain during the summer, fires are common. The temperature is generally mild but can reach both extreme cold and heat. It ranges between 30 and 100 degrees depending on the season. So, during the summer, while the temperature is very high, it is very dry due to little rainfall, and vice versa during winter. Chaparrals tend to be on the west side of continents because of their location. They occur in mid-latitude ranges from 30 to 50 degrees north and from 30 to 40 degrees south. Another contributing factor is that they lie in the locations most affected by the westerlies, a band of winds in these latitudes. The soil that characterizes a chaparral is very nutrient poor. This leads to the necessity for plants that can survive in harsh conditions. Due to the poor soil, extreme temperature, lack of rain, and abundance of fire, the plants that live in a chaparral are very tolerant and mostly consist of small shrubs and scrub. Zonation, caused by availability of water, soil quality, and fire frequency, among other factors, is evident in chaparrals. They are divided into three main sections: forest, shrubland, and scrubland. The scrubland occurs most on the coast near the sea. The abiotic limiting factors include extreme temperature, lack of precipitation, and poor soil quality, all of which can limit the amount of life in a chaparral. Some main producers in a chaparral include blue oak, common sagebrush, fairy duster, French broom, king protea, coyote brush, and Lebanon cedar. The consumers include the gray fox, puma, wild goat, San Joaquin kit fox, golden jackal, black-tailed jackrabbit, spotted skunk, aardwolf, cactus wren, and the coyote. Common predator-prey relationships include the California whipsnake and a western fence lizard, a golden jackal and a black-tailed jackrabbit, and the coyote and the black-tailed jackrabbit. Because plants have to survive such tough conditions, the adaptations they require include leathery leaves, needle-like leaves to reduce water loss, hair on their leaves to catch rainfall, anti-flammable leaves, among others. Animals also have to have adaptations to live in a chaparral, including being nocturnal and having semi-solid urine to reduce water loss. Both the development of chaparrals and human-caused fires disrupt and generally impact the biome negatively. Chaparrals are commonly being developed into housing, factories, tourist attractions, among others, to suit humans' needs. The effect is that the many organisms lose their habitats, therefore becoming endangered or even extinct. Similar to deforestation in rainforests, the effect can be tragic. With the endangerment or extinction of a species, the trophic levels will be affected and the environmental balance will be thrown off. A solution would be to provide a restoration service to restore the environment to its former glory and also to prevent the development of other areas as well. Human-caused fires can also throw off the environmental balance. Being a very hot and dry area, fires are common, which means an ill-thrown cigarette or match can cause a giant fire. This fire could result in the loss of vegetation, habitat, and animals. A possible solution would be to enact detection services or fire sensors that detect fires earlier so that the reaction speed would increase. An endangered species that lives in a chaparral is the Morro Bay kangaroo rat, a subspecies of Heermann's kangaroo rat. It is a secondary consumer who is a scavenger and a hunter. It survives in a 200-acre area in California in very small numbers. It was declared threatened and endangered on October 13, 1970. The species is declining because of loss of habitat due to residential and commercial development. The surviving population is now so small that one event could trigger the extinction of the species as a whole. Further development is also a potential threat of extinction. The number remaining is unknown because they haven't been seen in years. There are no plans to recover this species, and there is nothing being done to preserve what is left of the species, if any are left at all. Thanks from Bindi Irwin. I'll see you next week.